Hello, everybody. This is the Whisper Corner, coming to you live from my couch, which is sunken inwards on one side because I have a very heavy backside. That'll be the first and only ASMR tag video beginning with that. So, hello, how are you, and welcome. This is an ASMR tag video. This video idea was started by Gibi ASMR, and I was tagged by Gaslamp ASMR and ASMRctica. I think because they hit me. Now, the question is, and this is a very important question, how much of my blinds are open, and can anybody see in that I'm topless? It's 11 o'clock at night. Let's hope for the negative. So, let's see. I shall take this video really seriously. I don't think you're going to get any ASMR from it, but I shall just continue to talk in this monotonous voice, or as I call it, my voice. I have to get up for work at 5:30 a.m. So let's see if I can keep this nice and concise. So let's see. The first question is, when was the first time you experienced ASMR? Well, I'm what you would call an old man. Most of you young whippersnappers in the ASMR/whispering community are in their early 20s, mid-20s, or even more annoyingly younger than that. I am 40. I was born in a time of Cold War, trouble and strife, and lots of stuff nice. Oil, toil, trouble and bow. Yes, anyway, I digress. When I was a little boy, my mama said to me, "Come on, Kevin, let's say our prayers tonight." And we were a good little Catholic family from Ireland, and every night we would kneel down and say the rosary, and at some point, by certain times, depending upon the night and just the sudden arrangements in our living room, I would be kneeling down whilst my mother, who was being, obviously, I was going to say, obviously my mother's older than me, but I think even most of you would accept that fact. But she would be sitting up and I would be kneeling down on the floor, because that's where you kneel in the house. If you're not standing or sitting, if you kneel, your knees would be on the floor. The floor is the ground upon which we walk in the house, down the lane from my neighbour. But he's not in this story, so mind your own business about him. So I would be kneeling, my head would be on the seat of the couch, and sometimes if I was a good boy, my mum we'd all be praying, saying the rosary, and my mum might stroke my hair, and just, as we're praying, just, put her hands through my hair, as if I was her wee Kevin. And I would fall sometimes, not all the times. Sometimes I would fall asleep. I would be just so relaxed, just the feeling, and it would feel so nice, and I would just wake up and I'd go, oh, the prayers are over. Does that count? This is one of those questions where I think to myself, I'm going to digress here again. I'm currently talking with my eyes closed, and the light is on in the room, but I've been talking for so long now with my eyes closed, I'm going to have to open them to see question 2, but I don't want to open my eyes because my eyes will be hurt by the light. It's a first world problem, I'm sure you will agree. We didn't have this problem when I was a young boy. There was only 2 things, black and white. I remember whenever we used to get our photographs taken, it was a magical event for all the family, and sometimes strangers would come over and say, hello, are you getting your photograph taken? And I'd say, stranger danger, stranger danger, stranger danger. I'm only joking. Don't take it so seriously. I love strangers. But then I digress again. You see, this idea that strangers are only friends you haven't met yet. Well, isn't that just a pile of garbage? Most of the people you meet, you'll never see again. And 90% of those you won't even like. Or maybe it's just that I don't like 90% of the people I meet. You be nice to their face, and then as soon as they walk away, you think to yourself, well, thank God I won't have to talk to him again. And then just remember, even though I'm the nicest person in God's creation, those people might be thinking the same thing about me. But sure, who cares what they think? Because, as I said, the odds are that I'm not going to see them again. So, yeah, that's the answer to the first question. This is going to be a long video if every question is as long as that. Gibi, if you're listening, which you're not, you made this quiz too long because some people are just full of mad dog shit. Anyway, I'm now going to open my eyes and look at question 2. Whoa, that's bright. When was the first time you watched ASMR on YouTube? Well, you see, some of you young whippersnappers might only be around the last couple of years. But I'll tell you of a time long, long ago. It was after the Millennium Bug, but it was before Call of Duty Black Ops 3. And there was this thing called YouTube. And there was this thing called panic attacks. Now, although you might find it hard to believe that someone as sensible and sane and logical as myself, and I forgot to say good looking, you might be surprised to hear that I suffered from panic attacks. Not just any panic attacks. It wasn't a case of I can't leave the house. It was something sort of stupider than that. It was that, oh my God, I'm going to die. And I don't mean like I'm going to die right now. It was the fact that I am, in capital AMs, I am going to die. It's going to happen, you know. It's as much as I take care of my body by feeding it with as much sugar and fat as I can to keep going. Someday this big heavy bed of bones is just going to say, do you know what? This is too much hard work, and we're going to stop for an hour or two, and then they won't start again. I believe that's the process by which death happens. So anyway, at certain times I would think to myself, oh God, I'm going to die. And it's something that happens to us all, you know, and we live our lives and we block it out. Otherwise, nothing would get done. There would be no dishes getting washed, and no meals getting cooked, and no babies being born, and various things that I'm not discussing. And initially, my method of getting out of a panic attack, it's basically the same method anybody can use to get out of a panic attack, is to clear your mind. And I don't mean clear your mind, I mean distract yourself. So to begin with, I would just, I would wake up in the middle of the night and suddenly start thinking this. And this is roughly about the time that cell phones / mobile phones were having games on them. So I would play a game on my phone until such times as I fell asleep or just calmed myself down. And for a while I was watching guided meditation videos. I wouldn't say watching, I was listening. There was this channel, I think the name of the channel was June Yankee. I think that was what her name was. And she did guided relaxation videos. But then I unsubscribed when she got a wee bit weird. But from that, I find along the side of the recommended videos area, I find whisper videos. And I think that there was Whisper Crystal. But at this stage, let me just say that I'm now talking about the year 2011. So we're going back 7 years ago. And last week, I was on my personal YouTube account and I looked at a playlist from many moons ago. I'll just click on it here. It was called The Very Imaginative Sleep. And the first video in this playlist, which I think is one of the first videos that I listened to over and over, is by Visual Sounds 1 ASMR. Back then she would have just have been Visual Sounds 1. And the video is called Request 13 Fabric and Carpet Scratching. I'll maybe put a link to it down below if I remember. I'm very prone to forget because I'm an old man. And massage videos were also very, not so much even for watching, just for listening, or good for falling asleep too. So that was that. Question 3. And in case you've fallen asleep and you've woken up and you don't know where you are, just a reminder, you're listening to The Whisper Corner. All hail The Whisper Corner. Question 3. What is your favorite unintentional ASMR video? I don't know. I don't really know what unintentional ASMR videos I might have watched. I suppose unintentional as in it's not an actual ASMR video. It say would be massage videos. And even one of the first videos that I have on that playlist was a face massage, and the channel is called, although she doesn't record anymore, Oxford Jasmine. And it was just, she just had like an English accent, and it was a 10-minute video of how to give yourself a face massage. And the number of times that I would have fallen asleep to that, I have no idea. Question 4. It's sort of annoying that on Gibi she doesn't have numbers down the side, so I'm going to have to remember. But luckily enough, I have a degree in maths, so I should be able to add 1 every time. Question 4 is, name the last 5 ASMRtists that you watched. The last one that I watched, see, it's sort of funny in that I have 2 accounts. I have my personal account and I have my YouTube account. That makes no sense. I have my personal account and I have my channel. And on both channels I have certain YouTube channels. God's sake, Kevin, talk some sense with you. On both channels I have certain ASMR channels that I am subscribed to. Oh, you know what I mean. So on my personal account, comedy, sideshow, okay. The last channel that I watched was ASMRticia ASMR, with his video of how to get 1 million views on YouTube. And prior to that, it was ASMRticia doing his tag video. Oh, we have one of my favorite video channel creators, content creators, and she does really good videos, very long videos most of the time, and that is Escape. It's left bracket ESC right bracket reality. I can't remember what I do. Her channel used to be called Rena Sage, and she likes Baileys, but who doesn't like drinking Baileys? And then we have Whisper Audio's ASMR, who is starting perhaps to make a wee comeback after being busy for a while. And not ASMR, but I've just seen it and it made me happy and it will make you happy. Best homemade nacho cheese sauce recipe, because why wouldn't you? Also, number 4 on this channel is ASMR Didi Bandy, and that is a French ASMR artist who lives in England. I've been subscribed to her for quite a few years now. And then finally on this channel, not this channel, on my personal channel, I have Gentle Whispering. I'm not sure if you've heard of her. She's, been about for a while, kind of good at the whole shenanigans. And then I know it says last 5, but I have 2 channels and 2 YouTube accounts. So, then on this one, on my actual ASMR channel, the last last video, it actually is the last actual video I listened to before starting this, is by Welsh ASMR 82, which his recent video was a map of Africa, and I fell asleep to that last night. In fact, he did a bit of talking before he got down to the map stuff, and I was asleep before that even happened. So next up we have Ollie's ASMR World. There's a smaller channel as well. He does a lot of football stuff, or soccer, a lot of football stuff. And talking about football, which obviously generates debate. And one thing I hate more than others is debate. Because why? Because that means you have to talk to people. And I'm too old for talking to people. Next up we have Let's Find Out ASMR. I watched a video of his. That's I'm confused again. 3. Okay, now 2 more. Mr. Bean, Mock the Week. We have Indie ASMR. I watched his tag video. And then finally, this is probably because of me being a bit of a maths nerd, because my degree that I had in university was maths, because, I wanted to be a maths teacher. I qualified as a maths teacher. I discovered that children are the spawn of the devil, and I would not spend my life around them, which didn't work out because I work in a public place. But basically, I decided I would rather not teach than, kill someone. And this last channel is Decaf Math ASMR. It's another smaller channel, but she does a lot of math type stuff, or the proper pronunciation, maths. So later on, when I'm editing this video and trying to make sense out of it all, I'll get the links for all those channels and stick them down below. Question 5. What is your favorite ASMR trigger to listen to? My favorite trigger is, I think it's there's 2, one of each, either or. There's either, I don't want to sound too predictable here, tapping, but it's not so much tapping as dragging, as if you were in a coffin and you drag your fingernails across the top. Yeah, anyway, there was a video last year by Petty ASMR, good wee ASMRtist, mad as a March dog hair, and she was tapping and tapping and tapping. You know how tapping works, she was tapping the table. But then she just sort of ran her fingernails towards the camera along the table and then back again. And I swear I had this jolt up my spine. And I was like, holy shit, I think I'm having a stroke. No, wait, I'm not. So, you know, not of course that I'm implying that ASMR tingles are like having a stroke. I'm just being funny. So, there's that. And then the other one is, it's not quite tongue clicking. It's something that Brittany ASMR used to do. It was sort of like a, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know the words for it. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Give me a second. Don't be going anywhere. Let's see. Open YouTube. Brittany. No, that's BRYY. BRITT. No, it's not A. See, when you type at an angle and you can't see the letters, it's a real bollocks. Let's see, what way is it? Tongue clicking or something like that? Tongue clicking, that's exactly what she calls it. Okay, tongue clicking. Which is weird, because going on to question 6, what is your least favourite trigger to listen to? And then it says in bracket, do it. Mouth sounds. Oh my god, mouth sounds. Mouth sounds has really come on recently. Or should I say blowjob sounds. Because that's what you're doing, sucking those ears. It's like I said recently to someone, it's like, you know how in the last few years the general consensus has been these women who get the butterfly tramp stamp above their backside. What will they think in years to come? Will they regret it? Well, you know how everything on the internet tends to stay on the internet. In 20, 30 years' time, will the women and men as well, sucking on the ears of 3DO microphones, look back and say, well, what the fuck was I doing that day? You know? I don't know. Mouth sounds, it's both the whole mouth sound, and then you have, it's like if you go to YouTube and type in ASMR, and then you filter the results for the previous. If you filter it, about 50% of the videos are slime. About 30% are mukbang. And mukbang is just, you know, eating videos. People eating generally with their mouths open. I mean, I know I've mentioned this before. I'm old. But generally, people with eating with their mouths open, the proper response is to dig your fist down their face and tell them to shut their mouths when they're eating. Slap them, tell them to get away from the table, get away from you, get out of the town, get out of the city. You're ostracized. Nobody likes you, nobody wants you. But hey, let's stick it on YouTube and eat lots of noodles and crunchy stuff. And I don't know, you know. And then all this deliberate big lip smacking stuff. And for a while, I thought about doing a video of all the things that annoy me. But sure, we wouldn't have time for that sort of video. It'd almost be along the lines of a Family Guy, what grinds my gears, except, you know, it'd go on forever. So there you go, my least favorite trigger, mouth sounds. Next question. Do you use ASMR to relax or fall asleep? Well, both. I would tend to listen to it when trying to fall asleep, and sometimes I have it on whilst sometimes when I'm reading, if I'm reading, say, there's a website called Gutenberg where you have lots of old classics and you can read them for free. I would have one tab on YouTube and have a video very, very, very low, because I don't want to hear the words that the people are saying, because that'll interrupt the words that I'm reading. I just want to hear a soft, you know, background noise. And then obviously when I'm going to bed, I would put on a new video. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's quite a lot of channels out there these days. My channel has been going since 2012, and I think my previous channel was in 2011. I got rid of it after I made a video one time and I put a lot of work into it, and after one view I had one dislike and I deleted the whole channel because, well, I'm a child and I like to huff. So I've forgotten what I was talking about. I told you. Oh yes. So yes, I listen to it for falling asleep. But equally, I like listening to Ancient Aliens and hear the people talk about how everything that used to be old in the world is because of aliens. And that leads to quite interesting dreams. Next question. What is your bedtime routine? Well, I come home, I wipe down the knife. No, I'm joking. I never wipe down the knife. I come home, I watch TV, or mostly actually the laptop these days, just watch random stuff. If I'm feeling especially energetic, I might, you know, wash my face, clean my teeth, and then go to bed. Or do you want more detail than that? I saw an article recently that said people sleep better if they sleep naked. But what about the skid marks? Anyway, so next question. What is your favorite trigger to do? Do it. Well, you see, I don't really know. You see, this is one of those things where you think, what is the trigger? Like in my videos, is the trigger my voice? And if that's the case, I'm doing it. Or is it whenever I'm writing things, is it the sound of the pen along the paper? But I'm currently sitting on my couch and I've no pen or paper near me, so I can't do it. But you're still thinking about the skid marks. What is your least favorite trigger to do? Well, luckily enough, I'm still a small enough channel that nobody asks me to make videos, other than just the usual lists that I do. But, I mean, nobody's ever asked me to make a video where I show off my feet. But if you ask me to show off my feet, you're not going to see them. Pardon that background noise, that was my mouse falling. he's drunk. What is your... Oh, sorry. Okay, oh, sorry. Mouse fell and changed the position of the screen. How long does it take you to make a video? Well, I don't know if you've watched many of my videos, but generally there wouldn't be the greatest amount of preparation. Map videos, I would tend to just pick out the maps. Oh God, that reminds me. When I hit 5,000 subscribers, I had a plan. I was doing my map videos and I was going a map reading of France, and it was going to be a funny map reading of France, and there was humour, there was sarcasm, there was French pronunciation, there was just, it was me in a 40-minute video of going through the detailed geography of France and history of France. It wasn't real history, it was make-believe. It was just stuff that I made up on the night when I recorded it. And I've got a playlist of, inverted commas, comedy ASMR videos. This would have been the creme de la creme. Listening back to this video, I was laughing my head off at some of the stuff that I was saying. Some people in certain videos make comments in the videos saying, "That was so funny what you said," but in certain contexts. And I never know what they're talking about because I script nothing. What I'm saying right now, I have no idea what I'm saying one sentence to another. Nothing is planned with me, which is very obvious from if you ever talk to me. And in this 40-minute odd video of going through France, I had prepared it, I had worked through it, I had little ad-libs and stuff. I know that's contradicting what I just said about not preparing, not knowing what I'm going to say, but I had worked out certain things. And on the day when I'd been watching out for hitting 5,000 subscribers, and on the day I hit 5,000, and then I thought I'll wait a wee while. And I got to 5,003, and then 5,005, and I thought, release the video. And I released the video, and I got the initial 1 or 2 views, 1 or 2 likes, and then this dickhead commented on it. 4,997 is not 5,000. And I thought, what? And I clicked on my page, and somehow YouTube had, changed its counter, and I had went from 5,005 to 4,997. And instead of doing the sensible thing of, nothing, I deleted the video off YouTube, unaware that I had also wiped the memory card. And I spent about an hour or 2 hours trying to find online ways of restoring memory cards. It was gone. All because Mr. Facetious Wanker, who was blocked, of course, I thought he had made comments in certain other videos just being a nitpicky dick. He was blocked from my channel. I just thought, thanks very much. Thanks for ruining that video. But that's not the answer to the question. Okay, so that's what I was doing. I forgot what I was doing. So, generally, in how long does it take to make a video? In the map videos, not long. Basically, get a Stanley knife and cut the page out of the atlas. Crossword, like stuff like Sudoku and crossword, is simple. I just do them. You know, there's no preparation. It's just a matter of getting the newspapers. Some people have said, "Hi Amber." Some people have said that, "Ooh, aren't you brave doing a Sudoku with a pen?" Let me tell you, there have been many videos that do not make it to light of YouTube because I make mistakes. And I respond with the usual calmness that you would expect from me. I'm just scrolling down through my videos here. The list of videos that I've been making where I'm just writing out stuff, that might take a while, because I would have a rough copy off to the side, which I then write out on camera. The longest videos that took to prepare were the ones that have 101 random facts, because you might find this hard to believe, but finding random facts is actually rather hard. And the reason I say that is because I want them to be new, interesting. I haven't made one for a while just because, well, say it takes a long while to do it. For the sake of argument, you know, I want them to be stuff you don't know. Obviously, not everything that I don't know, you don't know. Obviously, you know stuff that I don't know, but I don't want them to be fact number 1, red is a color. Fact number 2, so is blue, etc. I want them to be things that, you know, it's interesting as well as informative. Next question. Have you ever gotten tingles from your own videos? No, I don't like the sound of my own voice, like a lot of people. So I tend not to watch my own videos, unless they're comedy videos, in which case I just listen back to them and think, what the hell was I doing there? That's sort of a follow-up to the next question of, do you watch your own videos? No, I don't, because as I said, if people ask me, or if people say that was really funny, or if they give a timestamp and say, what was that all about, I won't have a clue unless I listen to it back again. Next question, as you can tell I've stopped counting. Next question, what software do you use to edit? I wouldn't say technophobe, but basically movie. Hold on, I have to move the mouse over just to make sure I get the. It's going to tell me the name. Windows Movie Maker. I don't have any fancy smancy stuff. In fact, for a long while I used to use the YouTube editor, which used to be built into YouTube. But then, just to be annoying, they got rid of it. And the reason why I don't use microphones and all that sort of stuff is just because I can't be bothered. I buy them, but then I can't be bothered because you have to edit, and I don't know how to sync video to audio, and it's like a lot of channels have the wee intro, fiddly-dee diddly-doo animation going across, and some light tinkly music certain channels have. I don't know how, so you know, that's why mine just start with hello, how are you, hello folks, or whatever. And I always try to end every movie with cherry pie. I always try to end every video with cherry pie. In fact, there's been a couple of times where I think I've said cheerio, and as stupid as it sounds, it really it bugs me. I mean, like, it's one of those little things. I click the off button, the stop recording button, and I just think, what the fuck, because Mr. Calm. The next question is, what time of the day do you film? Well, as I pointed out to you, it was coming up to 11 a.m., 11 p.m. So I tend to record at night time just because I have neighbours. There's cars going by outside, so like a lot of channels I record at night time. The only good time, the only way people could really record during the day would be people who live in the countryside, maybe, where the birds are all dead. Nice happy clappy thoughts. Next question. What is your favourite video that you've made? Probably the favourite video I made was the one I was talking about earlier that didn't get made, or didn't get thingy-majig. I lost it, the 5,000 one. But I don't know. Hold on a second. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look through my videos from my, what do you call it, my personal account, just because it's more of a grid sort of shenanigans. A lot of people don't seem to realize that, I suppose some people do, but a lot of people don't seem to realize how sarcastic I am in my videos. That's the thing, like, you know the way they say communication is, I don't know what the percentage is, 80% body language. I don't know. Yeah, whatever, you know what I mean. But it's like, some people can't seem to even tell by the tone of my voice that I'm being sarcastic. I sort of like the videos where there's something funny in it that I'm building up to. For example, 9 months ago, so it was Christmas time basically, I bought a Blue Yeti, and I had a unboxing of the Yeti. And sometimes I get these little moments of inspiration, and I thought to myself, what if I was to record myself unboxing the Yeti, but inside the box was an actual Yeti. Not an actual Yeti, of course, because that would be bonkers, but just an actual little stuffed toy Yeti. And I went all across Amazon and eBay and different shenanigans, and I bought a little white Yeti, because obviously a Yeti's going to be white. And I unboxed the Yeti on my own, not recording, and then put in the Blue Yeti. Not the Blue Yeti, the White Yeti. Just for the crack. And then I gave the little cuddly Yeti to my nephew for Christmas. I don't think it was even Christmas, but I think it was just, generally I just gave it to him, just to be good Uncle Kevin. I say I'm still scrolling here trying to find any videos. I'm quite a prolific producer of crap, both YouTube and literal. I tend not to show my face because, you get bullied at work even when you're 40. People think you're a wee bit weird for doing this YouTube stuff. In fact, have one of your videos had an unexpected negative fan reaction is the next question. I wouldn't say it'd be an unexpected negative fan reaction. It was more a case of I got found out that I was making these videos. And do you know whose fault it was? That's right, it was Facebook. You see, years ago, you used to be able to have a Facebook account with a stupid made-up name. And then Facebook, when I say stupid made-up name, I mean YouTube channel names. And then Facebook had a clampdown that you had to have a real name, so there was no more channel names. And I don't know if you're friends with many ASM artists on Facebook, but it's kind of the reason why they all have the surname Smith. I made a stupid mistake. I made my channel name my name. So therefore I had two names, two Facebook accounts with my name. My account and my YouTube account, where I published my videos and chatted to people, yakety smackety. The problem is, people on my personal friends list were getting recommended friend my YouTube name, which was me and had videos of me, and I was unaware that this was happening until one day at work a member of staff sat me down and we were just chatting away as normal, and then he said, "By the way, Kevin, the people here think that you're ASMR. People think you're mental." And for a second I didn't click. I just thought, what? Like the word ASMR coming out of his mouth was just, it wasn't right. I was like, what? What are you saying? He says, your YouTube channel. People know about your YouTube channel and they think you're mental. And of course I reacted very maturely with the notion that they can all go F themselves and it's my life and they can all go to hell. And then the same night I made my entire channel private. And there was one member of staff who was telling everyone here, look at this, look at this, look at this. And I asked him to stop, but he said no. Then I just thought, embrace it. People think you're crazy. There's worse things to be doing. Next question. What video of yours do you think didn't get the love it deserved? My French video. I don't know. It'd be hard to say for that one because, in a sense, I'm not like I'm one of the big channels where you put lots of effort and green screen and everything into it. It's like there's certain videos that I look at and they don't have many views. But at the same time, I don't think to myself, oh God, what? It's like I'm looking at a video, a grid of my videos here. You've got 700 views. 1,000, 1.2 thousand, 600, 2.7, 2.2, 1.2, 1.4, 1.3, 3.5, 3.1, 1.6. But I don't look at it and go, why does that one have 1.2 but this one has 1.9? Yeah. There's a lot of channels these days, I don't generally get a lot of dislikes or a lot of negative comments. So I'm not saying that in a big-headed way, I'm just saying I don't, so therefore I don't think to myself, well, what did I do wrong there? What video for yours? Okay, no. What's something the audience doesn't know about the behind the scenes of your channel? I'm currently only wearing socks. Next question. What's the most absurd request you received from a fan? Well, as I said, I don't really receive a lot of requests. I say there's been certain videos that people have asked me to make, but I can't think of any off the top of my head. But there's been none of the requests have been what you would call crazy. Do your family and friends know that you make ASMR videos? My family know I have a YouTube account, although I don't think they know what ASMR is. And certain friends know. It's sort of you let the ones know who would handle it better. Next question. Have you ever been recognized in public? I think only one person recognized me, and they said, I think I know you. And I said, I think I know me too. Basically, I think I was talking to petty ASMR, but just in YouTube. And she says, I think I know where you work. And it turned out she did. And that's the only one. What inspires your video ideas? Oh, the world. Random thoughts. Things that I'm interested in. General knowledge. General mentality. And I don't mean mentality as in a way of thinking. Actually, let's change the word mentality to craziness. Some videos are purely just to make me laugh. I find them funny, and if you don't, well, there's nothing they can do there. Where do you find yourself spending the most time online? YouTube. I'll tell you this, and I'll tell you no more. Well, there's YouTube, and basically, well, actually, I can tell you, in the last year, I spent a lot of time on Reddit, just scrolling through. I'll just quickly go through, say, my private account, the channels I'm subscribed to. There's, as I mentioned, Escape Reality, Alpha M, Alternate History Hub, ASMR Didi Bandy, ASMRtica, Binging with Babish, Casey Neistat, Cinema Sins, Gaslamp, Gentle Whispering, sort of blocked out Gordon Ramsay. Don't like the videos that he makes on his children in it. Did I mention I don't like children? History Buffs, Jamie Oliver. I would watch as soon as anything Jamie Oliver brings out, I'd watch straight away. And that's about it. Tom Scott, 32. Right, so that's my... So basically it's YouTube and Reddit. I'm just quickly going through my channel, Whispering channel, subscriptions. There's ASMRtica. Just picking out the ones that I listen to a lot. As I said, Decaf Math, Gibi, just looking through here. I think in that channel it's more just comedy, but I'm not actually subscribe to them, just I watch that many comedy videos, fucking British TV shows. Right. Okay, final question. What advice would you give someone who wanted to make their own ASMR content and then just forgotten to put a question mark at the end? What can I say? I'm a grammar Nazi. Okay. Number 1, have thick skin. Number 2, know if you want to have your face public. I would sort of have it almost separate advice for no, never mind, ignore that. But have thick skin, because we've all read the comment section of videos, and the comment section of YouTube can be summed up in 3 words. People are dicks. Right? That's probably how the world is summed up. But you can have 50 comments that are great, but one person will say something stupid, something ignorant, and that's the one you remember. It's like, I woke up the other morning at a hospital appointment. I was in bad form, and I woke up to a comment saying, "This is shit, this is not ASMR, this is crap." And I was like, go to hell, wanker. Not the best way of dealing with things, but then again, people will annoy you. You will also have to figure out your budget. You can do it all on your phone. And I've seen people who have small channels with maybe less than 100 subscribers, and people are commenting, "Why don't you get a Blue Yeti? Why don't you get this? Why don't you get that?" How about you back off and give people time and space and see what they're going to do? It's like, why be insisting that people get this fancy schmancy equipment that, for all they know, for all you know, their channel might be a 1 or 2 month flash in the pan? Don't be assuming that you can just tell people, actually I'm ranting here against the people who are watching videos rather than what I'm telling the people. So I'll stop there because I just was going off on a wee rant. But basically, yeah, be thick-skinned. Know whether or not you want to show your face or not. Don't go the whole hog and spend big money as soon as you start, because you mightn't stick at it, and then you're left with a £100, £200 microphone, fancy camera, and all the rest of it, and then it's sitting there, and you've no need for it. And my last bit of advice for someone who wants to make their own content would be, subscribe to me, I'm crazy. So, let's see. I've been talking for just over 1 hour, and I really hope this is recording, because then I would curse a lot. So, I've recently bought a new camera. The camera that I had for the last 9 years has died. I tried to turn it on the other night and the screen was black. It's making all the right noises, but without being able to see what I'm doing, there's no way I can record. So I've just decided just to make this as an audio video. So there you go. Thanks to... Oh, I suppose I have to tag someone to do this, don't I? I tag ASMR. Hold on 1 second, I'm just getting this name again, because I don't want to tag someone and get the name wrong. I'm going to tag speed up. I'm going to tag, and there's no rush because I know we don't really record that often, and no pressure. I'm going to tag Welsh ASMR 82 and Petty ASMR. So there you go, folks. Thanks for listening, and not cheerio, but cheery bye.